So Abishek says, he asked that on YouTube. You can comment below any of our videos. And he asked, hi Tim, is the month of March peak time when tourists arrive for holidays? And what is the weather in general in March? All right, so to start with the beginning of your question, March is actually the end of the busiest season in New Zealand. This is the end of the peak season. So it's still a little bit busy, but it starts dying down. So it's pretty good. So one of the main tips that we give to people that want to travel in March is to still book a little bit in advance, because there's still going to be quite a fair bit of people around, but you're not going to be in the crazy crowds that you're going to have in summer. Now, let's talk about the weather, because I know you guys really like it. And again, to talk about the weather, first we're going to be using the map, yes. But I just want to point out that on BackpackerGuide.NZ we have a beautiful article saying New Zealand weather in March. So you just have to type that on the search bar or type that on Google and find us, and you'll be able to get that. All right. So I'm going to go through all the temperature first. So temperature, again, that's average, and it can vary a lot between one and the other, so just keep that in mind. But for the northern New Zealand, that will be 18 degrees Celsius and 64 Fahrenheit. Central North Island, that's Hamilton, Taupo, Rotorua, 16 degrees Celsius, 61 Fahrenheit. For the southwest North Island, we're talking about New Plymouth, Palmerston North, and Wellington. That will be 15 degrees Celsius and around 59 Fahrenheit. For the northern South Island, that's Blenheim and Taupo, that's 16 degrees Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit. For the western South Island, it's Westport, Hokitika, and Milford Sound, that's 14 degrees Celsius and 57 degrees Fahrenheit. For the eastern South Island, that's Kaikoura, Christchurch, Timaru, that would be 15 degrees Celsius, 59 Fahrenheit. And for the inland South Island, that's Lake Tekapo, Queenstown, and Alexandra, that would be between 13 and 16 degrees Celsius, which is 55 to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And for the southern New Zealand, that's Dunedin, Invercargill, that's 14 degrees Celsius, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So again, that's the average temperature in New Zealand in the month of March. Now we're going to talk quickly about rainfalls. And that's a good thing, because there is no two different currencies right here, because the Americans don't do Fahrenheit for millimeters. That's good. Actually, you do inches. Oh, shit. Oh, well, you're going to have to deal with that. If you're American, you're going to have to deal with the millimeters. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's start back on top. So we're talking about northern New Zealand. That's Northland, Auckland, and Tauranga. That's 140 millimeters of rain in the month of March. Central North Island, that's Hamilton, Taupo, and Rotorua. We're talking about 80 millimeters. Southwest North Island, that's New Plymouth, Palmerston North, and Wellington, and that's 90 millimeters. Eastern North Island, we're talking about Gisborne, Napier, Wawarapa, that's 90 millimeters as well. Northern South Island, Blenheim, Nelson, 80 millimeters. Kaikoura, Christchurch, and Timaru, that's 60 millimeters. The Western South Island, that's Westport, Hokitika, Milford Sound. Now, those, it's the wild west coast, right? So it does rain very often, but not always at the same time. Yeah. And it's usually short bursts, so don't be too afraid. But it's 250 to 650 millimeters. So Kaikoura, Christchurch, Timaru is around 60 millimeters. Lake Tekapo, Queenstown, and Alexandra, that's 50 millimeters. And Dunedin, Invercargill, that's around 80 millimeters. So there is obviously plenty of information right here, but if you are interested in traveling in March, just rewind this and obviously just go through all those temperatures and all those things for you. Yeah. Laura, do you want to give us a few tips?
Yeah, so like Robin said, March is sort of toward the end of the summer season, so that generally means that it's actually still quite warm in New Zealand, and there will be a few very sunny days, so make sure that you do pack some high factor sunscreen while you're out and about in New Zealand, and you only need to be out for about 7 minutes until it's likely that the sun will start burning you. Actually, not even just on a sunny day, on cloudy days as well. So whenever you're going out, make sure that you do have some high factor sunscreen on, or any other type of sun protection like long sleeve clothing and that sort of thing. So also, yeah, for the it is coming toward the end of the peak time for tourists in New Zealand, so it is likely to be still a little bit busy. So I would definitely recommend booking in advance if you can, just like as far in advance as possible for some things. Yeah, and also make sure that you do have a day pack with you, because the weather can be really unpredictable. It can all of a sudden start raining. Even if the forecast wasn't for rain, it can rain at any time. So definitely have a day pack with you and make sure that you have a rain jacket in that day pack as well. Yeah, also the month of March is actually one of our favorite times to go on multi-day hikes. And that's obviously because the weather's still good, but it's a little bit less busy than it is in like the middle of summer. So if you want to go out and do some hiking, then March is a really good time to get outdoors, but not be surrounded by too many people. And yeah, also if you're on a working holiday visa in New Zealand and you're looking for some easy jobs to get, then during March is a good time to do some fruit picking, because it's obviously coming to the harvest season for all the different fruit and like grapevines and stuff that they grow here in New Zealand. So for some quick money, which is only seasonal as well, so you're only working for a couple of months, then yeah, fruit picking is definitely going to be an abundant choice, abundant amount of jobs.
Yeah. Plentiful jobs.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
So yeah, anything else you'd like to say about
No,
March?
March is definitely a great time to travel in New Zealand. Laura and I are big advocates of traveling around the shoulder season. It's one of our favorite times to travel around New Zealand, and we actually do have plenty of articles on what are the best things to do in March. Again, on this weather article, you get plenty of links. So make sure to check out in the description below. We put a link for that, and you'll have also our favorite things to do in March, the different seasons and all of that. So definitely worth traveling in New Zealand in March. It's really awesome. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, if you do have questions of your own, make sure that you put them in the comment below. And if you do find this video useful, make sure to click like and to subscribe, because you know that does help us a lot.